I'm Christian Blue on We Found New Music with Grant Owens, and this is Feeling Different.
Lately I've been feeling different. I can feel the tide turn, I can feel the wave shift. Nothing stopping my ambitions. Never tell me what I can't do. Funny when the roles switch, funny when the rules switch. Remember all the times they said I couldn't do it. I heard the whispers in my head say go and prove it. Let's roll the dice and hope it lands a lucky 7. All me, but I'm brand new. Got no time for all the fake friends, never came through. No more high hey, let's schedule for Friday. Gotta do it my way, dodging all the small talk, don't know. Lately I've been feeling different. I can feel the tide turn, I can feel the wave shift. Nothing stopping my ambitions. Never tell me what I can't do. Funny when the roles switch. Yeah, 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 yeah. Switch. Yeah. Yeah. Funny how they miss you after they dismiss you. God given vision. I've been on a mission, and you know I tried to tell them they never wanna listen. Let me show you how to dance in the thunderstorm. Hey, feet in the water, what's in the wallet? Say, girl, let's get it started and skip the party. Hey, girl, 'cause baby it's the way that you're making me crave it. She made me eggs with the cheese and the bacon. Hey, yeah, hot sauce on a bitch, butterscotch milk with. I got it all together. I've been trying to tell you, lately I've been feeling different. Yeah, I can feel the tide turn, I can feel the wave shift. Nothing stopping my ambitions. Never tell me what I can't do. Funny when the rules switch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, funny when the rules switch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Funny when the yeah.
Yeah, let that shit run. Hey.
Hey guys, Grant Owens here. I have someone real special in the studio with me at We Found New Music, Mr. Christian Blue.
I feel all special. He's making me all funny.
The song is Feeling Different. You're hearing it everywhere. Go stream it.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. It's out now everywhere. It's like a really heartfelt song. I was like going through a lot, just changing and stuff. That's why it's called Feeling Different.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Writing from the feels.
Yeah.
Literally, and it's called Feeling Different, so that works.
You know what I mean?
You're a multi-instrumental producer, songwriter, and artist. You're here with us in LA now. What is the story of Christian Blue, and how did you get here with us today?
That is a good question. So my mom actually and my dad were both musicians. In weird ways, my mom was a singer. My dad was a rapper.
Okay.
They had me when they were 18, 19.
Oh, wow.
So high school sweetheart type thing. I was an accident, best accident ever. But yeah, I was an accident, man.
It's a happy accident.
Yeah, and I was just the little kid always around the studio when my parents were like in sessions and stuff. Like when they were 23, 24, I was like 4 or 5 years old, just a little boy running around with like pen and paper in my hand. And
wow.
It kind of just led to like me making music and being surrounded by it. I was like, this is what I want to do as a kid, young age. Got a guitar when I was like 7. Started playing guitar. My buddy Jacob, or Johnny, when I was like 11 years old, he gave me like my first electric guitar. And we just kind of started making music together from there, like 11, 12 years old. Like,
nice.
Never stopped. FL Studio Kids, and moved to Ableton, and yeah, it just grew.
Amazing. So you've been doing this a long time.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's your true love, I think.
I think so, bro. I think my heart's in it.
And you've been a part of some massive records, like Trigger of Love with Johnny.
Yeah, that one's
which is over 45 million streams strong on Spotify.
That one's cool.
Let's talk about your relationship with Johnny.
So that dude, his dad is like my second dad. My grandparents, and his dad are the same age, so we grew up kind of like as like best friends as a kid. We used to go to like bluegrass festivals and stuff, like really weird, like music, and we would just play guitars like out of hats for money and stuff. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, on corners and stuff, and like kind of like these guys out here. We just have guitars, you know what I mean?
There you go.
And just play. And we really had the same dream of like wanting a band one day, but never knew that like in today's age, it's just like people becoming producers and songwriters and stuff. Back in the day when you're like 11, in 2009, you want to be a band like all the scene punk emo kids and stuff. That's kind of like the influence for us. And it was like something that we just bonded with heavily that kept, you know, when you have somebody to do something with you that keeps it, that's what keeps it alive almost. You're bouncing off of each other.
Very important.
So, yeah, that's
Nice.
that's kind of that relationship.
Sick. And then you also have credits with Tinashe, Spill Tab, and a lot more. So talk about those, and then who is somebody you want to be working with, or you will be working with, because we're manifesting
Facts.
in 2324.
Honestly, I ran into Tinashe through Channel Trez. Shout out,
sick.
yeah, shout out him. He asked me to get into an Uber out of Johnny's house. Actually, we were all
Really?
kicking it, yeah. And
I love Channel Trez.
yeah, and he was like, "Yo, just get in this Uber. You're hella cool. Like we've been like kicking it for like the past 2 weeks." And bro threw me in the Uber, and I popped out and wound up there. And we all just kicked it and showed demos that night. And I wound up just hitting her back like the next day and was like, "Hey, I have more. Can I like pop up? Like I have more music." Like this was like my first month in LA. Like literally my first. It was crazy. I didn't even. Yeah, it was crazy. I didn't even know it was gonna happen. Yeah, it just wound up happening.
Right. It just happened on its own. That's, I mean, it doesn't happen to everybody, but it happened to you. So congrats on that. And then
thank
Spill Tab, obviously, I think you were mentioning it's kind of through Johnny a little bit.
Yeah. He pulled me in for a writing session, actually. He did a feature on Spill Tab's song. It's called Grade A. It's super sick. You should go listen to it. That song, it was like super wrestle influenced for the Johnny verse. So like the Johnny verse, the universe. But the Johnny verse was super written in like this weird, like he loves wrestling and stuff. So he brought me in to write this rappery verse, kind of indie rapper verse. And it was just super cool. I wound up popping on it. I love Claire, Spill Tab's music, David Marinelli.
Yep.
Yeah, his production.
He used to
and stuff.
film Are We Found in Music sessions, believe it or not.
What?
Back when he was
Shout
doing
out,
odds and
David.
jobs and everything, he mixed our Billie Eilish session.
That's crazy. Yeah. Shout out, David.
And then I'm curious what Johnny's favorite pro wrestler is. Do you think you know?
Oh, I don't, but I know he likes Booker T a lot.
Booker T is the shit.
Booker T a lot. Yeah. I hope I didn't get that wrong,
I wonder if he went to WrestleMania at SoFi.
bro. I know he was recently at a wrestling thing where he's like geeked out up close and stuff. It's like
I'm
his
sure.
Favorite
He
thing.
probably definitely went to SoFi.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Probably.
Right on,
Shout
man.
out SoFi.
Well, that's cool. You got a diverse group of friends and styles. I mean, Spill Tab's a whole different direction from Tinashe, so it shows that you can really jump into any genre and just kind of help give your hand of help. That's cool. That's exciting.
That's where my heart's at. Like, just helping people as a producer and songwriter.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit more about Feeling Different. Tell us about the story, or did you already tell us the story?
I kind of did. Like, I just basically have been moving around a lot. And I wrote the song like February, January of this year. So it wound up being a really weird time that it came out, that I was just feeling different. Like, but yeah, I moved into this house with my buddies, my real buddies, bro, like my brothers. And it was just a different time. I had never done that or like been in a house where it was just me and the homies and stuff, and a lot of fun energy, live new energy, and
Nice.
that's where that came out of. We were making a bunch of demos called Quirky Funk, and that was like Quirky Funk #4, like the file name, you know what I mean? So we were just like in that pocket of making weird stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just letting it flow naturally. That's the vibe I'm getting from you. Doing a little bit of everything. The debut EP is coming out this summer.
Yes, sir.
Called New Familiar.
Yeah.
Where does that title originate? Tell us about the debut EP out this summer.
Thank you for asking, brother. New Familiar actually it's about like, I notice in music very much we gravitate towards things that are like, literally new but familiar. But like,
It's all good.
It's like the familiar feeling of like something from the 2000s or the 19s or anything that's just an old era of music that we don't have anymore. I notice I go listen to it. I find myself listening to it at a barbecue or we listen to this here. Like, it's almost like we put new little sprinkles of like old things and artistic ideas in new music, and that's what makes new music really hit almost is like almost the same old ways that we have forgotten. You know what I mean? So
it can make you nostalgic too from past music, and just like all of it comes together.
Right, and that's basically what it's from, nostalgia. Literally, it was gonna be new nostalgia, but it wound up being new familiar. You know what I mean?
That's sick. I can't wait to hear what kind of styles you bring back into the forefront.
Yeah, definitely some old but familiar. You know what I mean?
Any live shows coming up?
Yes, with We Found New Music on.
I might know who they are.
You might know who they are. July 11th. Super excited about that one.
Great showcase we have going right after, holiday week, and, everybody's back and getting ready, hungry for new music, and you're going to be playing.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Our series at Hotel Ziggy, July 11th, free with RSVP. Everybody just come out.
Come out.
See what Christian Blue's about. Mr. Christian Blue.
Yeah, come turn up with us. I'm going to have like a band for the first time, and it's going to be really dope. Like, been rehearsing, putting a lot of energy into it. So.
That's exciting, man. That's going to be a very special night.
Yes.
Let's see. So where else are you trying to head with this career in music?
Really, like my career in music right now even is like, it's heavily focused on providing for people in this industry right now who need help and like genuinely just don't know where to get it, where to start. Or even if they're like, in the middle of their career and don't know where to take the next step. I feel like a lot of, we forget, but a lot of boundary pushing in the industry happens from songwriting and production. You know what I mean? Like the people behind the scenes that don't get as much light. So it's like, if you can importantly be that with like an egoless ideology on life about like helping somebody and pushing their ideas while still like changing the direction of standards and industry sounds and really trying to push the boundaries, you know what I mean? That's where I want to take my career, man, is just be that person that was known as somebody who always entered the room really attempting to change something that we haven't yet seen, you know what I mean? That's it. Just pushing boundaries. I want to be a boundary pusher, you know what I mean?
Definitely. That's a great goal.
Yeah.
Beyond the music, what does Christian Blue care about?
Those go hand in hand. That's really funny. Beyond the music, what I care about, honestly, is it's not like I could say the same thing of being a provider, but like I really enjoy, I like my cup gets filled in life when I am helping people, you know what I mean? Like genuinely. So like if I used to teach like in elementary school and stuff, like 5th graders and stuff, or like K through 5, you know what I mean? About like eco-literacy and environmental studies and stuff. I went to like a very hippie school in high school and stuff. So like honestly, my view on the world is very hippie, like spiritual. I kind of outside of music am already like just a loving person. I want to be able to provide space or create spaces, even if it's just like through communication in a circle of people who are just need to be vulnerable. You know what I mean? That's like really where the good conversations happen, where the growth happens, where new seeds are planted. And oh my God, this idea that I had back in the day, it started when we had this vulnerable space that we were able to genuinely talk about problems or issues or even genius ideas that nobody thinks.
So you want to change things for the good.
You know what I mean?
Kind of like head things in the right direction, as we all need right now. You know,
always.
It's been tough lately. All right, Christian Blue, thank you so much for taking some time. Feeling Different is out now. Christian Blue, ladies and gentlemen, on We Found New Music.
We Found New Music. Yee!